Pearson in Vancouver. My guest this morning is Ryan Lamont, CEO, co-founder of Neovision Wealth Management. Markets rarely have anaphylactic shock on geopolitics, but the risk is this, that there's an accident, not about a balloon, but the risk is that something much more manifest happens here. Should I be quietly concerned about Sino-US accidents in the making?
We've been concerned about geopolitics for quite a few months, as you know, Manus. And it's not only about China, America, it's Ukraine, where now tanks are flowing, where potentially planes are flowing. It's Serbia and Croatia. There are multiple pockets of geopolitics. Now, the China-US is very concerning because if it's really China who's sending these balloons, well, we're heading towards an escalation. If it's extraterrestrials, well, we just destroyed their message of peace, and let's see what happens next with them.
Okay. Do you know what? In 35 years, I don't think I've ever been left unknowing where to go next, but I will give it another go. I can't speak for the extraterrestrials, but on a slightly broader geopolitical level, why are markets not more anxious?
It's actually very simple, and I've been calling it for quite a few months as well. 40% of the US market cap is retail. 25% of daily volumes is retail. If you go on retail forums, Reddit, FinTwits, etc., they have activists today. They have lists they call freshly squeezed. They look for stocks where institutions are long, or short.
Come on, the whole rally since the start of the year can't all be driven by retail.
No, institutions were very short, and activists were targeting these shorts. They got squeezed out. And then, you know, market wasn't moving down enough. So here we are. It's a short squeeze.
So here we are.
Short squeeze.
And the message of peace has been blown out of the sky.
Yep.
I actually think you've just crowned an entire career in broadcasting. Now, the Nasdaq had its worst week since July, down over 2% last week. I suppose, could you countenance a world of 5% for an enduring period of time? Do you think markets have even remotely grasped a world of 5% for an enduring period of time?
It's the portfolio managers of today, the past 10 to 12 years. These portfolio managers are not used to active management, to actually the time cost of money. This didn't exist over the past 10 years. Now it's coming back.
You still teach it at economics graduate school?
Absolutely.
Cost of money.
And I still remind myself of it because it is coming handy now.
Larry Summers warns that the risk is this. It could be not just a couple, 2, 3, 25 basis points clips. But the risk is if we get a hot button CPI tomorrow and more, it really unnerves the market. Are you ready for, or how are you preparing for multiples bigger than 25 basis points and maybe something more substantive, like 5.5%, like 6%, which has not been said by any Fed voting member yet?
We do expect a second jump in inflation. That's something we discussed last time.
Yep.
We have not seen high single-digit inflation before without a second jump. Wages are increasing. The job market is very tight. We do expect a second jump. And that is why we're sitting on 50% cash that is sitting in a bank deposit, making 5.5% per year with very low volatility and almost no default risk. For the rest, we are staying away from consumption-based demand-driven GDPs.
Where are you getting 5.5%? Is that in just short-dated paper?
No, it's 12 months fixed deposit. There are multiple tier one banks that offer it today, out of Switzerland and out of other places.
I'm on the phone straight after the show.
I'll hook you up.
What about the longest inversion on record, over 150 days? I mean, that could be quite catastrophic.
Well, you see where the message between equities and fixed income is completely disparate, completely dichotomous, because today I think the fixed income market is calling it correct. Soft landing does not exist, Manus. There's nothing called soft landing.
Oh. Go and read the piece by Alan Blinder from last week. I'll send it to you. It's on my LinkedIn. And he questions, how do you define a soft landing? In theory, it's only been achieved once in the past 40 years. Ryan, thank you very much. Ryan Lamont brings you messages from beyond the skies. They could have been friendly. The CEO, the co-founder of Neovision Wealth on Bloomberg. We've got a little bit